I want to know about the flip. I want to know about the flip. Was
Yeah.
that your
You
first
flew through
ever
the air,
flip?
man.
Was that the first ever flip in a sprint car? And if it wasn't the first, was it the craziest you've ever had?
It was my first. I've never actually up until then. I had never excuse me. I had never flipped any race car. That was my first time upside down. I'd been off the ground, a couple times, and things get really quiet and weird until you hit something hard the next time. But yeah, it was my first time flipping anything, in an event, in a competitive event like that. So it was certainly not fun. I feel like it could have been a lot worse. I feel like I've hit things harder. Obviously, you're not going, super fast at the Chili Bowl, but those things, just kind of the way they, being open wheeled and the way they're shaped, they can kind of take some aggressive digs in the ground and abrupt stops. But I think I got pretty fortunate on mine. I was thinking it was going to be a little worse, I think, than what it was. But seats and helmets and all those things have come a long way too, which is nice. I will say, I once I hit that boy, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be good. And you try to kind of brace for brace for impact. And I opened my eyes there at one point, and I saw like the first row of the grandstands, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
So I think the fence kind of caught me and landed there in a fairly fortunate position. So yeah, fortunately all was good. But look, that stuff's going to happen in those cars. It happens a lot. At some point I was going to do it. I was hoping to go my whole career without getting upside down, but unfortunately that wasn't
Impossible.
wasn't in the
Very few
cards.
people get away with it when they race a long
Yeah.
time, but it's good to be able to laugh and smile about it after the
Yeah.
matter.
That's it. You got your wings, man. You
And
got
not
the
to
wings.
take away from it, right? It's a dangerous sport, and there's a lot of guys who have been injured and had their lives changed because of it. So it's nothing to take lightly. So I don't want it to come off that way. I certainly understand the the dangers of it and respect just how serious it can be.